All right. Hey guys, it's us again. Told you, same clothes, same porch. I do dig that jacket. I want one. Anyways.
I did tell you I'll get you one. One of these days. You have a birthday coming up, don't you? Yes,
I do.
You do have a birthday coming up. Okay.
I do. But I just wanted to welcome you to the 4th episode of B&E, Breaking and Entering. Today, last episode we talked a lot about me, maybe a little bit too much. Found out a little bit too much.
There will be a part 2.
Yeah. When I'm sleeping. Anyways, so this episode, logically, is more so about Enoch. So we're gonna, what? This Enoch. So this is gonna be kind of us finding more about Enoch, me included. So how do we start?
I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, it was a cold night on April 19th.
Do you remember being cold?
It's cold. It was cold. I was coming out. I was like, ooh, I don't like this world. Yeah. Actually, we're gonna pause this video. I'm getting a phone call. Very important phone call. Pause record. Okay, sorry about that, guys. That was a very important phone call. Shooting a skit after this because, B-roll entertainment. And that was the location, and they were calling me, so it could have been we weren't shooting a skit today. But it was good news. So yes. Where we at?
I think we were talking about you.
Oh, God.
You said it was a cold night.
Yeah, it was I don't know. What do you want to know? I'm an open book, or at least I try to be.
What led you on the path you're currently on?
Okay, very tough question. I mean, it's two things. Two things that at least at this age, 28-year-old Enoch, what I'm thinking about is two things really get me out of bed. Family and legacy. And family, like I said, how I like to define it is that you have the family that were given to you at birth that you chose, and then you have the family that you chose. So meaning the family that was given to you, meaning your blood relatives.
Yeah.
But just because they're your blood doesn't mean that they're great people.
That's fair.
So you have to still choose them to be family. Brother, sister, my mom, like those would be my interlinked family, who have my same blood and DNA. And then the family that you do choose. Family. Really interesting family dynamic right here. Like, it's just very, very interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very interesting. Well, I'm saying that because, like, when you're a black guy in America, you see a white guy, it's always that question mark there.
Yeah.
It is always there. As it should be. There's a whole history to back up why that question mark should be there. So for me to actually say family here, there's a huge weight behind that.
Yeah.
That,
I see it. I feel it. I appreciate it.
I would probably wouldn't call anybody else that of your skin hue. But I do call you that. And I do mean brother by that. So two things. So like I said, family. Then I have a few other friends who definitely have proven their loyalty both ways. I proved my loyalty. They proved their loyalty. And we become family.
Yeah.
So that family, then legacy. I really do think people do not take serious their legacies. Really, at the end of the day, you could be Christian, you could be Muslim, you could be Buddhist, you could be Hindu, you could be atheist. None of us really know what the beyond looks like. That after just once your eyes and your heart stops beating, nobody truly knows, okay, yeah, this is, we have an idea, we have a belief, we have a strong, hopefully, ferment, like, okay, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
But to just know, nobody has that knowing sense. And so really your know becomes your legacy. And most people take that for granted. They take that super for granted. It's just like, we don't know what form that beyond is going to be. So it's like, why not make this form and what I pass down be something more? Like every single time you pour yourself into your child or another child, that's a bit of you that will always be around. Because then they're going to, because once you touch that child, they're going to touch somebody else. And it's like, I'm still feeling the remnants of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, the ancient pharaohs and all this stuff, all this history that, I come from, people who touch this world, I'm still feeling those remnants. So they are still alive because they're there. So like, that's legacy. Legacy is immortality. People want to live forever. Like, no, it's possible to live forever, but you live forever by how much you pour into somebody else. So with my current journey, it's like, those are two things that I'm always trying to, I'm going to say three things now. So family, legacy, and then I got to go my past, like the people who came before me too. So it's also a thing about making them proud. Like, again, going back to being a Black person in America, like there are people who went through horrors that I can't even imagine. For me to be sitting here in front of a camera, having my own company and stuff like that to try to, change this world. So I have to there is a weight that comes with every single step that I move in. Even before, like the history of slavery and stuff like that, my people built pyramids. They established some of the greatest education systems, some of the greatest technologies. Like those are all weights of things that, that they did. That's running through my course of my blood. And like I said, if in the beyond, like I like to think there are some remnants of memories of them that they live in some other realm or something. And I want them to smile when they think about, right, that's my lineage.
Right.
Like, I'm just so like that past ancestral thing. The present would be my family, and then the future would be the legacy. So those are always these three type of spaces that I'm trying to move in to take when I take a step forward. To always try to make sure all three of those are in line. I want to do something that my ancestors are going to be proud of.
Yeah.
I want to do something that my family is going to be proud of. And I want to do something that my future legacy is going to be proud of. And if it doesn't meet all three of those things, I'm like, I probably shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah,
so,
that's a lot to guide your steps.
It is. But that's my guiding compass. That gets me where I am today. Hopefully I'm somewhere good.
I think you're in a great place.
I'm trying. 2019 was a very interesting year. It was,
yes, it was.
That's part 3 of your series. It was an interesting year. Very interesting year. I think with 2019, I believe, and then I'm probably going to say in 2020 and just go ahead and shove that what I'm about to say right now under the rug. But I feel like I figured out who I am.
Woo. Okay.
Yeah.
Just a process that the rest of us can use?
No, I do not. I do not at all.
Okay.
Meaning, so when I say figure out who I am, like, it's obviously you're going to grow and change. So it's not that, but it's more so about when you find who you are, you face the fear and you push back. Like I said, not saying you don't always push it down, but you push back. Because fear, like I said, fear does this to you. But like, I'm keeping myself here. Like, I can choose it. Like, it might be strong fear, but at least like to put that effort in to push back. Yes, that was my animated self trying to show you guys that. But fear does that. And so with finding who you are, to me, it's always I'm pushing back. Like, starting a company was a big thing for me. I've been thinking about starting a company for like the last 5 years of my life. And it's just like, but when was I ever going to do it? It was like, but I might fail. Like, being in front of the camera. Like, again, I've been dreaming about this since I was a child, but I'm just now doing it in 2019 because I'm pushing back against fear. There's so many things that like I want to do. And it's like, I know I can do them. Like, I know I can do them. But it's like the obstacle in the way is not something that's man-made, but it's self-inflicted. It's me. And so I'm removing me from the equation and I'm just pushing forward. So that's what I found in 2019. And I hope I keep it. Because you can lose this stuff.
Yes, you can.
You can. So I hope I keep it. Hope 2020 it grows.
That sounds very wise.
It sounds like, because I probably have had it before, but I've lost it. So I went on, I'm like holding on for dear life. I'm like the overbearing parent to it right now. Like, no.
What's that Uguay saying?
Which is okay. Kung Fu Panda. That's going to be a new segment. What did Kung Fu Panda have to say about this? We're too great quote because he had only good quotes.
Yeah. Well, the path that you take.
Oh, we often take our path to destiny is usually the path that we take to avoid it or something like that.
Yeah.
Layman's terms that when we try to avoid our destiny, that's when we run into our destiny.
Right. Exactly. I'm just saying, don't grasp too hard.
No. I try to let it be free. work. Go be free. Go frolic with the other children.
And then come back.
Come back safe and sound. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Sounds good.
Hope it sounds good. I'm trying to make this the most. I got this one life, as far as I know.
I've always been proud of you, and I've always been astounded by you. You've accomplished so many things that I don't know. I'm just and what you've taught me in our relationship is just I don't know who I'd be without you. A sadder and less knowledgeable person, but a less full person.
I have a confession to make.
Oh.
A lot of times I'm just talking out of my ass.
Well, I knew that. It works to spite you, okay?
A lot of times I'm just really faking it till I make it. I've done that so much in my life. And I feel like now, really, like I said, 2019's first time was like, I'm just making it. There's no more faking it anymore.
I gotcha. Yeah, it's not even about faking it till you make it, though. It's about what was the intention, Was the intention to build someone up, to build each other up? And I think that was always our intention. So I don't care if you faked it.
So, apologies for this episode, guys. So we've had audio problems. A guy wanted to mow his lawn in the background.
Dogs.
My battery died, and I didn't know my battery died. So it was a
great episode.
It was a fantastic episode. We finished. We were just having a conversation, just completely lost in the moment, which is beautiful in itself. And yeah, so we have to kind of redo the ending. But what we're not gonna do is we're not gonna try to redo
like verbatim.
No, we're gonna it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and it's gonna be us. That's the whole point of this podcast, right?
Exactly. That's exactly what we want to give you. Real. Authentic, in the moment.
In the moment, yes. He's making fun because when I direct scenes, I start off with in the moment. So it's one of my, anchoring points to get everybody to find the character inside of themselves. But yes. So I feel like what we didn't get from that last one was, let me see, we got the passion. Did we get the efforts? And maybe not. We didn't.
I don't think so.
You didn't get. Okay. So
I guess the question is.
Okay.
Right. We had asked what led you on the path you're currently on. I think we probably adequately covered that. But where do you see yourself in 5 years? I think is. I think is the question we started that on.
Okay. So what I said that was in my 20s, I feel like a very powerful place that I found was becoming Afrocentristic. So that just means that you see things from an African perspective. Being in America, being in the Western world, for the most part, we see things from a European perspective.
Yeah.
Which is fine. They were the conquerors. That's usually the conquerors' tale of history. But it's not fine if you're a black person. Because it's like that history is going to be skewed to where you're inferior and white people are superior. And that's constantly what black people have been fighting for the past 500 years. And so with that belief and stuff like that, like I always ask people to challenge me on my beliefs. Because like I don't believe you truly have beliefs if you can't be challenged on those beliefs. So like I said, I would challenge Christians, I would challenge atheists, I would challenge Muslims, Buddhists, anybody who has a belief. Like you have to be challenged to truly believe in your beliefs.
It's like earning the right to believe that.
It is. Because you can't just believe something. Like I said, that's why I think a lot of these people are like, you're a fool who's just being led. If somebody just says something, you're like, yeah.
Versus
like that's
making a soul deep choice.
Yeah. A belief is a choice.
Really?
And a lot of times what's wrong in society is that we enforce our beliefs upon another person. That's so wrong.
Right.
That's absolutely wrong. Now, if that person's listening to you, some seeds are planted, a spark goes off, a light flickers and stuff like that. Okay, but then that's still that person making a choice. And it's just like, I'm saying something. Like we've had plenty of times where you've changed my mind and I've changed your mind, but you didn't try to change my mind.
Right.
It was you were making a choice for your mind to be changed. So going back to, being Afrocentric is, for me, it's become a super powerful guiding force in my life. And for me, I want to control the narrative behind the stories that are being told, so that now it's fine to have Eurocentric stories. That's fine. They're not for me, but that's fine. People like that. You know, Gone with the Wind, arguably the most sought after movie of all time. It's very much a Eurocentric point. It's showing slavery in its grand, the antebellum South. Everybody's like, yes. There are people who like that. Okay, go for it. It's not for me. But I wasn't expecting the filmmakers who made Gone with the Wind to make my stories. Mm-hmm. That's what's happening, though, right now, is that those same people are making that story from a Eurocentric lens. They're making my stories from that same Eurocentric lens. Mm-hmm. So 5 years down the line, me having a whole lot of money is what I think my original answer was.
It was. It was.
A whole lot of money. 5 years from now, I'm going to have a whole lot of money. But the purpose behind that is because I want to be able to tell our stories from the viewpoint and the lenses that they deserve to be told by. Yeah. I don't get mad at any stories out there. And make whatever story. You can take this character and do whatever you want to this character. Do whatever you want to this story figure. If I'm not doing anything to combat that, then I can't complain about it. I can't talk about it. So I want to make our stories, from a viewpoint that it deserves to be made from. So 5 years from now, this right here, you'll know this name. And you'll hopefully love his stories. Bare minimum, the stories that come from this would challenge you to think about something in a way that you never were able to think about it.
Beyond your own viewpoint.
Because the whole thing about it is, if you live in this bubble, you think everything that is right with the world and wrong with the world is inside this bubble. But guess what? The world ain't a bubble. The world is this huge thing with all these different perspectives. It's a globe. And so sometimes your bubble has to be popped just to see something different. And you can choose to keep believing it. That's perfectly fine. But that's what a story is supposed to do. That's what art's supposed to do. It's supposed to challenge your true beliefs.
And expand.
If you want it to be expanded, but it's supposed to challenge those things.
Right.
Art isn't supposed to it's supposed to make you smile, but it's also supposed to make you cry. It's supposed to make you angry. It's supposed to make you pretty much inside out all over again. Like the entire movie with it. It's supposed to make all of it. It's supposed to make all of that happen. And if it doesn't do it, I forget who's the philosopher that says it, but he says that
there's a dog
again. But and he's just gonna bark at us now. So now the rest of the video is gonna be him barking.
Pretty much.
But if art doesn't do that, then it's propaganda. I forget who said that.
I don't know, but yeah. I like it.
It's really good. It's a good quote. So art doesn't.
You're the quote person. If you don't know it, I definitely don't know it.
I'm paraphrasing slightly, but if art doesn't challenge your belief, then it's propaganda. So that's probably a big thing that I go, apparently this dog doesn't like us. Or he really likes us. I don't know what kind of bark it is.
He's supposed to be pet.
Gotcha. But yeah, so 5 years from now, that's kind of where I see myself. Or at least that's what I'm fighting to be within myself in 5 years. It's fine if I don't get there. It's not fine if I didn't fight to get there.
Right. It's the fight. Yes.
It's always the fight.
Yeah. Okay. What's guiding you on that path?
Okay, see, come with the heavy questions again. We cut off when I was telling you about these heavy questions. Yeah, he's good at this. So I try to walk in purpose. Every single step I'm doing is purposeful. I feel like something with my generation and it's even heavier in the younger generations is that we were kind of taught this laissez-faire, live life however it comes, you're a leaf in the wind type of life. And I like I said, there's a place and there's time for that. I definitely do see that, but I still think everything should be done with a purpose. So it's just I work very hard. I would consider myself one of the hardest working people on earth. I would like to consider I would consider you that as well. But I relax. I have fun. I have vacation, but I have them purposefully. I binge watch so many shows. But it's I write shows and I write movies. And for me, I direct. So for me, looking at the different angles, the different ways this stuff is done, to me, it's done still with purpose.
Yeah.
And again, sometimes I'm not necessarily, or sometimes I try to get myself out just to enjoy the show, but it's still, the purpose is for me to enjoy the show. I'm just not doing something just to do it. It's like, oh, okay, I'm just going to get on Instagram and just scroll through. Sometimes I want to see how my friends' lives are. It's purposeful to get on Instagram. So it's like making every step of your life purposeful. That's what tries to guide me. Yeah, okay, and spoiler alert, I fail more times than I succeed. Like, I don't want you to say, oh man, God, he's just out here just walking in his purpose. I'm trying to, and hopefully the percentage goes up little by little every year until the point where, I pass from this realm to the next. But no, just walking your purpose. Try to make things more purposeful. Don't just do things. And I think that's why people like, Dredo, I hate going to work on Mondays and stuff like that, because you're not walking in purpose. It's like, you BS your entire weekend away without doing it in purpose. You can BS your weekend, just BS purposefully. But you BS your entire weekend away, and then now you're working a job that doesn't fulfill you. And are you doing that job with a purpose? If your job is purpose to feed your family, then you should be happy to go there on that Monday and be fine. And if it's not fulfilling you, be searching for another one. Gain some more skills. Do something outside to get you that you don't have to be in this place the next year or the next few years, Yeah.
It's making a choice. Yeah.
It is making a choice. So make a choice to be purposeful. Make a choice to live today. Not even like it's your last, like it's your last moment. Just live today. Like, period. Live today. Everything else will fall in line.
YOLO.
No, not going to the ones. No.
Live today.
Live today.
There's something I have on my phone that was written by someone who's dear to me.
Is it Face Your Truth?
That too. No, live every day like it's your last. Which, yeah, that's what you're saying to me. That's kind of how I see it.
Do you know why that's such a powerful statement?
Why?
If you know it's your last day, what's the thing that leaves you? Fear. It's your last day. Why not? You're going to shoot that shot at the girl. That girl who you've been looking at for the last 6 months? Why not? This is my last day. Might as well. If fear leaves you.
Yeah.
And fear is the single most crippling thing that, surrounds us in this life. It's it's another quote from After Earth. It's like, danger is real. So, it is.
Fear is a choice.
But fear is a choice. Yeah. It really is. Because fear is just the anticipation of what comes next. Do you know what comes next? I don't. Nobody does.
Nope.
Nobody does. So it's like, why are you fearing an existence that might never exist?
What about AFL?
Okay, that was definitely, you guys already know what AFL, well, you kind of know what it is, but
I just don't know if
okay, so let's see. So we went into, that was what you learned about me. Yeah, we're backtracking a little bit, guys. Sorry if this is a little bit confusing, but
so what is currently on there is my question.
I felt like we need our movie scene,
So AFL is on there.
I don't think AFL's on there.
Well, that's what I was
But
saying.
the beginning part, remember the beginning part of AFL's on there. But like the end, we recapped and we came up with the acronym AFL at the end.
Yeah. So do you want to talk about that?
We'll talk about it.
Okay, we'll talk about the end. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Technical difficulties, guys.
So, the dreaded question. Females. That face.
So I like.
Don't cry yet. I'll get the tissues. Give me a second.
Hey, Ma. How you doing?
Not yet. You're on. You're on.
You're on. Just wave at the camera. So females. The dreaded question of the day always. I like to consider myself a very optimistic person. I'm like, yes, we're gonna make it. Everything's gonna go. Yes, we're gonna be successful. We're gonna get a whole lot of money, It's gonna happen. See, now where the optimism turns into the pessimism is when you step over the spectrum of talking about females, women,
right,
ladies, queens, yes, goddesses, yes, women. Honestly, Blair, been on this earth for 28 years. 28 years. And my expectations for women have become, in my mind, super, super low. Like, super low. Not low in the sense of, like, my standards are going down, but it's just like, I just want you to see me. See me nakedly and want me. And I want to see you nakedly and want me. And not in some perverse way type of thing, but like literally just see you, all of your flaws, all of your idiosyncrasies, and it just does it for me. And it just does it for you. I don't have to put on a mask. I don't have to be this guy, you know, to make you feel some type of way from you. Just see me and be like, yes, that is my man. And I'd be like, yes, that is my woman. Simple. Like I said, I'm not asking for I'm not asking for her to be all the way up to the moon. I just want her to want to go to the moon with me. Like, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, it's just
so much sense.
It does, right? Yes. It shouldn't be this difficult. It shouldn't be, but then maybe it should be.
But and it's flip sided. Like to get something that's really worth it. Yeah, maybe you should have to fight like hell.
That is true, but I'm getting tired. Like, I haven't gotten tired of anything else in life. Like, my back doesn't start to hurt until you said the word woman. I'm like, oh, my back now. Like, I got good knees and everything until the word woman comes.
You accelerated like 80 years.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there was a moment that was missed here, and it was Goodwill Hunting.
It was Goodwill Hunting.
Because
this was our movie segment for this one, Goodwill Hunting.
It was idiosyncrasies. Okay, so there's a part in Goodwill Hunting where Robin Williams he's talking to Matt Damon about like how much he loved his wife, who is now gone, and he's talking about the imperfections, the beautiful things from your eyes that from somebody else's eyes may not be so beautiful, but it's life to you. It's life-giving. Those small things that no one else understands. It's just you and that other person. The idiosyncrasies. That's what you want.
Because it's like we're out here and we're searching for this thing called perfection.
Yeah.
But spoiler alert, there is no perfection. You will never be perfect, and the person who you fall in love with will never be perfect. That's never what you shouldn't be searching for that. You're searching for that person who is perfect. It's cliche, but it is. You're searching for that person that who completes you. Like
you're looking for the Joker and Batman.
I mean, seriously, yeah. Seriously, they might have been a hell of a couple. You look on your face. But really, that's what you're looking for, that person who's going to push you, who's going to challenge you, who's going to make, okay, you thought you were dreaming high, but you're only just right here, and they're taking it and they're skyrocketing it. They're saying that, where you currently are is great, but it is not enough for the legacy you want to leave. You know? So that's what you're looking for. And so much has happened with the last upcoming generations that we've gotten these perceived notions of this is what a good guy is. This is what a good woman is. This is what you have to do. I was talking with somebody the other day about being a gentleman. And it was literally oh, open the door for these women and, you do this and that. This is to be a gentleman. I'm like, but you can be a complete asshole and do those things. In fact, I know many assholes who do those things.
That. Yeah.
But true... It's an appearance. But true chivalry is finding what she likes and doing that for her. Again, it sounds like choices again to me. Mm-hmm. And it sounds like you being perfect for her.
Sounds like getting to know someone.
I don't think it's complicated. I don't think it's calculus. I don't think it's like a hard math. I think it's a very simple 2 + 2 = 4, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's what it is. And we're just overcomplicating the hell out of it.
That's what we do, man.
That look. You can tell we've been friends way too long. Yes. No. That's women.
Okay.
That's what I look for.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep fighting.
Yeah.
Until the optimism runs out.
Just that you need like that seed of hope. Okay. It can dim down over time, but all you should
It's
need that little seed.
That little seed.
Right.
Then when you meet that right one, then it grows into a tree like that.
Right. Exactly. It's one of my favorite parts of both of us is that we are still hopeless romantics.
Key word there.
We may be idiots, but we are still hopeless romantics. And
fair.
It's like I said, I don't know if this is recorded, but I think it bears repeating.
Okay.
The moment when we lose that part of ourselves will be the moment when our favorite movies change.
Yes, when you said this. Yes, that did bear repeating.
That was
good.
I felt it.
You know how much we love movies.
Yeah, and you should love movies too. There's something so powerful about stories and being able to connect with them and being able to find the parts of yourself within these characters that are worth expanding, worth showing to the world.
Yes, Blair. Yes.
So that's why I advocate for you to love movies too. Yeah.
So, what you learn about me today?
Nothing, man.
Yeah, okay. He knows everything. Told him I'm an open book.
Exactly.
Told him all. He's read my story.
I've read many stories. So I'm not sure if this was captured.
It was not. Definitely the ending wasn't yet.
Okay. So, but it still is like, I think the most profound thing I learned about you today was you said AFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the A stands for ancestors. Okay. F is for family. L is for legacy. Okay. And what we talked about is that was something that guides each step. And I think that's something that most of us sorely lack, right? Because sometimes we're in the moment, and honestly, most of the time you should be in the moment. That's where you're gonna do your best self is in the moment. Now sometimes you need to come out of the moment and like use your brain or something like that, right?
Use your brain.
But the problem, honestly, is most of the time people aren't in the moment. Most of the time people are in one of two places, right? They're either in the future, thinking about what they want or what they desire, and whatever there's nothing wrong with focusing on the future as long as you don't let it take over the present. That's when it becomes a problem. I think that's what a lot of us do. Then the second issue is you're stuck in the past. Whether that's for good things about the past and you're focused on something that you no longer have that was really good in the past. Because that keeps you from moving forward. That keeps you from being in the moment. Or whether it's very painful past, where it's kind of the same, similar concept, but different reason. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you from being who you are, really. And so, what I think that's something you found is you have your ancestors, that's your past, guiding you. These folks that have, wherever they are looking at you, watching you, whether that's like a movie or whatever, it's their favorite movie. Mm-hmm. And they're proud just to watch you, and they're seeking to be proud as you continue forward. you have your family, who's always proud, and that's the in the moment people, because they're here, they're now, and all these people that you call family, they're worth being in the moment for, and they give you the energy and the joy to make it worth it. And then you have legacy, which is future, what you're going to give to the people who come after you, after us, when we aren't here. And all they have is a legacy. So you have 3 guiding things for each step that you take in this life. And that's a foundation, that's grounding, but it's also something you can take with you. And I think that's extremely powerful. I think we can all benefit from that.
Thanks, buddy.
That's all I got, man.
Hey, it was good. It was good. I think you said it better the second time than first, so that's even better. So, thank you for joining us today for our 4th episode of Breaking and Entering. 4, already on 4, man. It'll be on 400 before you know it. Woo. I'm going to enjoy each one.
Me too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next time.